Tatum Jones was as pretty as the Houston skyline. At least, I was fairly sure she was. Since I lived in Arizona and had never been to Houston, I couldn't be 100% sure. But Houston was my favorite city ever. And I had watched so many videos of the sun setting over the buildings, casting glittering gold over the windows of the towering skyscrapers and setting the Kemah boardwalk aflame in reds and yellow. It was super pretty. Like Tatum. "Hey, Mags, are we staring at Tatum again?" whispered Sean, my best friend. "Shut up," I hissed, elbowing Sean back enough to make him grunt. We sat at the very top of the bleachers with nobody behind us, but there were other kids around. What if they heard? They might talk about it, and then everyone would know me as the girl who had a crush on a baton twirler who was way too cool for her anyway. I snapped my gaze away from Tatum. Okay, so maybe I had been staring, but I couldn't help it. I'd had a crush on Tatum since the start of the school year, when I had spilled my backpack all over the sidewalk beside the cactus garden, and she helped me pick everything up. Tatum was friendly and nice and didn't judge me when I did things differently from other kids, though that last one could be because she didn't know me. Would she still like me if she knew me? Me, Maggie Weir, the girl who was obsessed with space. The girl who wanted nothing more than to be an astronaut one day and travel to Mars and see new things. The girl who spent every spare moment daydreaming about going to Houston to see NASA someday, because daydreaming was better than listening to the fights at home. The girl who just wanted her family to be normal, to not shout and storm and... I wasn't staring. I gulped and pulled out my phone as a distraction, trying to drive away the thoughts that had invaded again. We weren't supposed to use phones during school assemblies, but Sean and I always sat in the very back, where the sounds could only come at us from one direction, so there was no way for the teachers to notice. Which was good, because for an autistic and ADHD kid like me, assemblies were loud and overwhelming at the best of times, and the last few weeks had not been the best of times. Not with everything going on at home. I needed a distraction. Badly. "You could try asking her out," said Sean.